Hi, I'd like to show you a wonderful Easter goodie with a message. I'm Yvon Prehn, and this is something that I think you will really enjoy. I start out with my overview sheet where it says chocolate is wonderful and the great goodies at this time of year are part of the fun. But why not take children's love of goodies and use it for a teaching moment? You can do that with resurrection cookies. The thing that's great about these cookies is they allow you to act out and discuss the Easter story with children in your church, your family, and any group. Now let me just go ahead and go to the resurrection cookies themselves, and let's see how this works out. You assemble the ingredients: pecans, vinegar, egg whites, sugar, etc. And then what you're going to do, I will just go through it as an overview. I won't read every single thing, but you go through it, and then I also have the Bible verses that you read to go along with it. You start out, you preheat your oven. You place the pecans in a little Ziploc bag. You let the children beat on them, and you talk about how Jesus was beaten by the Roman soldiers. Then you let the children smell the vinegar. You tell them about how when Jesus was thirsty on the cross, he was given vinegar to drink. You read the passage in John. You add the egg whites to the vinegar. Eggs represent life. Jesus gave his life to give us life. You sprinkle a little salt into the children's hand. Let them taste it. Brush the rest into the bowl. Explains that this represents the salty tears shed by Jesus' followers and the bitterness of our own sin. You read another Bible passage. So far the ingredients aren't very appetizing. You add the sugar and explain that the sweetest part of the story is that Jesus died because he loves us and he wants us to know and belong to him. Then you beat up the egg whites and explain that white represents purity in God's eyes of those whose sins have been cleansed. You talk about that. Then you fold in the broken nuts. You drop them by teaspoons and explain that each mound represents the rocky tomb where Jesus' body was placed. Put the cookies in the oven, close the door, turn off the oven. Give each child a piece of masking tape and seal the door. Explain that Jesus' tomb was sealed. Now it's time to leave the cookies and go to bed. Explain they might feel sad to leave the cookies in the oven overnight, and Jesus' followers were in despair when the tomb was sealed. And then, the next morning, get the children up, open the oven door, and give everybody a cookie. And then notice that when you bite into the cookie, they're hollow inside. And on Resurrection Sunday, Jesus' followers were amazed to find the tomb was open and empty. He is risen. You see, it's a wonderful, wonderful story and an illustration used for children. And this is the little overview handout where not only make it up for people in your Sunday school class, but for visitors where they can give it to their neighbors, and also include information about how your church is going to be celebrating Easter. It's a wonderful way to show people how your church cares about children on an ongoing basis. So I have this available through my Lulu storefront. It's part of a 31-page series of handouts. This particular thing, you've got your overview, you've got the cookies, you've got the Bible verses. These are all ready to print PDFs. And again, this is available as part of 31 pages of Easter resources at the lulu.com, lulu.com/Yvon Prehn website. And then also on my website, effectivechurchcom.com, is a free PDF on just getting people to church for Easter, and lots of articles that will help you make this Easter not only a wonderful celebration of the resurrection of our Lord, but really is a time to connect people with your church and prayerfully change their lives for eternity.